This is a podcast from Torfaen Voluntary Alliance. Hello, I'm Patrick Downs. Welcome to Word from the Third, where we'll be taking a look at all the big stories and news from the third sector here in Torfaen. Today then joined by Sarah Lowther from the British Liver Trust. Can you tell me a bit more about the British Liver Trust?
So the British Liver Trust is the only UK-wide charity that supports and campaigns for patients and families so that they don't have to face liver disease alone. We're a small charity tackling a serious and growing health problem. Our project in Wales campaigns to improve awareness so more people understand the risk factors for liver disease, and we advocate for better services for patients. And we can provide information, resources and support to local support groups, events, our website and a UK-wide helpline and online forum.
What difference do you think you make then in the community?
Make quite a big difference in terms of awareness raising. A lot of people don't realise the job of the liver and how important it is, and they also don't realise how to look after it. For example, a lot of people might associate liver disease with alcohol and stereotypical alcoholics, but that's not the case at all. Alcohol is a factor, but 1 in 5 people drink alcohol at a rate that could be damaging to the liver. Also, other factors are poor diet and exercise and risk of viral hepatitis. And improving this understanding is fundamental because 90% of this liver disease is preventable. Also, we make a difference through providing the support groups. Individuals get to share experiences and have peer support through our groups. And it helps develop coping mechanisms, knowing that individuals aren't alone, and just great support, really.
I suppose the question there is 20% of people are drinking too much. And it is, again, I suppose it's one of them things that people think about the liver and think about alcohol.
Yeah, it's very, very easy to drink too much. I think we live in a culture where drinking is acceptable. It's part of our culture. You know, it's very much, people talk about wine o'clock and it's acceptable to have a glass of wine of an evening with your meal, things like that. But actually, the recommended limit is 14 units a week for both men and women. And that can build up surprisingly quickly. 1 bottle of wine, for example, usually is around 10 units. Each bottle of wine is different, and it's important to read the label. So 1.5 bottles of wine a week would be more than enough to reach your units. And that would probably be considered, a low-level alcohol consumption in the culture. But that is then risky drinking. And the other thing to note as well is having a break. So giving your liver 2 or 3 days off a week to have a break and recover so that it can keep on doing its job for you.
What would you say then was the most rewarding aspect of what you do?
I think for me, the most rewarding aspect is working with individuals who have liver disease, because by finding the support through peers, it really does make a difference to individuals to meet people who understand what they're going through. And yeah, that really, you can really see people coming on. If anybody's interested in understanding the difference we make on a sort of a deeper level, we have got a couple of videos posted on our website and on our Facebook of the journey that individuals have had and the different support groups have made for them in terms of dealing with the diagnosis, coping mechanisms, and just building up a base of support.
If I could grant a wish for the British Liver Trust, what would that be?
Probably, well, we are a small charity UK-wide. So, and I think with most charities, funding is a problem. We've got so many plans and so many things we want to do, but we're restricted by funding. So probably, I've got lots of thoughts now. So probably increased funding, but also being able to tackle the health inequalities throughout Wales and improve on referral pathways. There's so much that we can do. That's going to take time, and ultimately will take funding, I suppose.
Now, how can people get involved in the work that you do?
There's lots of ways. We have our website with loads of information. If anybody's interested in volunteering, we're starting to ask for people to help us with our support groups. If people want to raise money for us, we've got an amazing team that can support you with whatever it is you would want to do to raise money. Yeah, there's lots of ways, and we would welcome any approach of support, and we'll talk to anybody about what they can give.
Now, you talked about the website there. How can people get in touch?
Our website is britishlivertrust.org.uk, or they can contact me directly. My email is sarah.lowther@britishlivertrust.org.uk, or they can ring me on 07852 936 395.
Sarah from the British Liver Trust, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you.
And don't forget, if you want to contact TVA, Torfaen Voluntary Alliance, for anything regarding the third sector here in Torfaen, get in touch regarding funding, volunteering, any kind of support or governance. info@tvawales.org.uk. You can also find us on social media, on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter at TVA Wales, or of course on the website. It's all there at tvawales.org.uk. This podcast is produced by TVA, Torfaen Voluntary Alliance.